Good morning, guys. Hello, Lisa here. Just sitting here at the pool having a conversation with performance coach Elle Ingalls. She has a very proven and effective method to help people reduce stress. And so I just want her to briefly share what she does and how she helps people.
Hi, everybody.
Hello.
So nice to be with you, Lisa. We have so much fun here when we're together. And as you mentioned, my expertise is in stress management and anxiety, and really to help you perform your life better. Whatever, if that's just making a sandwich, it doesn't matter what it is that you're doing. And so I'm just going to briefly share my method. I like to keep things to simple systems. So there are 3 steps to the pressure-free method. And I decided to call it the pressure-free method because what I mean by that is no matter what pressures or stress is coming your way, you can stay free of triggering that fight or flight stress response. That's our built-in mechanism to protect us from a true threat. But most of us are not under threat these days, but we're triggering it over and over and over again. So here are the 3 steps. The first are targets. So what do you need to have shift or change in your life? Do you complain too much? Are you arguing with your spouse too much? Do you have trouble keeping your children all in line? You know, you're trying to control all the time. Do you have physical manifestations of stress? So do you want to prevent a disease or do you have a disease? All disease is caused by the release of these stress hormones or made worse by them. So if you want to be healthier, that is a huge way that I help my clients. And then if you want to perform better, you want a promotion at work, what do you want to see happen in your life? Dream big. I love to have my clients dream big with me. And then the second, so once you've got your targets, like what you want to see happen or not happen, the second step are triggers. What causes you to feel these 4 emotions? Anytime you start to feel angry, anxious, annoyed, or ashamed, that's when you're prone to trigger fight or flight. So it could be the smallest annoyance, like a bug just landed on my hand. That could be annoying, and I might trigger fight or flight over a little bug. So it could be the smallest of things or those more deep-seated, really hard things that you're dealing with in your life that could just be recurring and causing you to stay in what I call the stress cycle. So then the third step are tools and my 10-second solution. So if you can start to become aware of when you're getting tight, physically or emotionally, with any of those emotions, you've got about a 10-second window to prevent the release of the stress hormones. If you can stop stress at your adrenal glands, your whole life is going to change. So we're stopping stress at its source. That's the beauty of my program with my clients. But really, it's not rocket science, but you've got a lot of habits of reaction. And they started when you were in your mother's womb. Like you reflected, when she was stressed, you were stressed. So you came out into this world with already some triggers. So as you start to map out your triggers, I share very quick tools, and I would just share 2 with you right now. So one woman actually almost got in an accident this morning on the way to our seminar, and so she was very triggered by that. The fastest tool for that is you can place your hand on your belly if you want, you don't have to, and just relax your abdominal muscles. If you do that right now, like Lisa, if you relax your belly, you'll feel that it goes out. You don't have to push it out, just relax the muscles, and now you're gonna breathe better. You say take a long breath, but you can't take a long breath if you're tight down here. That's our body armor. We're trying to protect ourselves from the threat. So when you relax here, you tell your brain you're okay. It's a neuroscience trick. And then the other is a smile. Just the little bit of your corners of your mouth going up, release a chemical called dopamine. And dopamine is a neurotransmitter you need for your whole brain. So if you want to be able to think better, to not go into that overreactive state where you're adrenaline filled or in a muddle, then a small smile will keep this flowing for you so you can now choose your response instead of reacting like you used to. So those are just 2 simple little tools. In my full course, I teach over 40. So I'm just really grateful to share that with you today because just those 2 tools, you'll get a lot of mileage out of them if you start playing with this concept.
Well, we talked several months ago because we were talking about my own personal stress, and you really helped me.
Oh, Lisa.
Just, take authority in that area with you just gave me one tip.
Yeah, I did. Yeah, we went online together for a little bit. Yeah.
And so I love that, and I know that what you offer really works. And I also know that, as a minister, as a counselor, I've talked to so many people who are in overwhelm.
Yes.
Who are experiencing some very emotional, mental traumas and crises, and they're constantly triggered.
Yeah.
So when you mention the triggering, I felt like that's a very important piece, because even just in our daily routines, we are triggered. I mean, we get on the highway.
Yes.
We're triggered.
Absolutely.
In the grocery stores, people are triggered. So triggers are very common. They're very easy. And so I hope that those of you who are watching this, use those 2 tips that she gave you. Be very deliberate with it, not deliberate to where you're going to stress yourself out if you don't remember.
I like to say play. We're just playing here.
I love that. So just relaxing your abdomen and smiling can really make a difference. So Elle, I think what you have to offer is very important, and I know that the entrepreneurs, the ministers, I have so many people on my page that are in very stressful careers. And I mean, we're constantly multitasking, we're constantly doing so much, our days are overbooked. And so if they're interested in learning more about you and your methods, how can they reach you?
You can go to Ingalls.com. That's my website. And there are a lot of free trainings on there. You can just get an idea. You will see testimonials from people who've worked with me and just get an idea of what my work is about. And then I offer a free strategy session to anyone who wants to go deeper. If you're really serious about getting control of your stress, about getting out of this stress cycle it's basically consuming you all day and all night, which is why you're tired in the morning. That's what I help people break. So,
now, Elle, I know we've had conversations. You work with teens?
I do,
Yeah. Now, do you work with children?
I work with, my youngest client has been 10, actually 2 10-year-olds.
Wow.
They were high achievers. One was a really talented gymnast, headed to the Olympics, and the other was just a high-achieving student. So typically I'm working with high school, college, and beyond.
Okay.
So, but I really have a gift for sharing with teens, especially athletes, those high-achieving students who are feeling so anxious that they want to get into a certain school or college, their ACT is too low. So I help students with test anxiety and those social anxieties.
Oh my God, I'm so glad you
drugs.
said that, because I was going to ask you, with all the bullying that is occurring in school today, it sounds to me like a lot of these methods could be beneficial.
And every bully is bullied.
Yeah.
And so every bully is actually in fight or flight. That is we turn into bullies and other B words when we are triggered. And so it's you'll see some teens on my website, and it's really incredible. And you can also just go right to my calendar through speakwithelle.com. That's how you can book a session with me to see, is this. And again, it could be you or your student. If you have a student who's really anxious and they don't know how to get out of it, I literally, my students have said to me, "You've saved my life."
Yeah.
Because we have a lot of suicide attempts, suicides, a lot of anxiety and depression in our young people.
Yeah.
And we need to take responsibility and help. So.
And help and support. And I do that as well.
Yeah.
I love meeting people who have gifts and callings, who know who they are in Christ, who want to help people and want to bless people. And so I'm drawn to those type of people, and I don't mind sharing their gifts with others. If they can help you, I want you to get helped. So please, take a look at Elle's website, check her out, because I think there are several of you who will be viewing this who could probably be really blessed with her help. Okay, guys, so you have a blessed day. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.